Hello everybody, welcome back to another Clutch and Gaming video, and today I wanted to bring you a story that I've told before on this channel, but I wanted to give a more mature take at my ripe age of 21, well, nearly 21, but yeah, I'm going to be talking about something that happened back in school. It's a really hectic story, so sit down and relax. It's a bit sad, but we were kind of the heroes, kind of. I'm going to talk about it. So on the podcast the other day, I spoke to Vinny about a situation that happened in school that I could have treated a lot better. There was a guy in my year, and I'm not going to say his name because he could still get me done. But his initials were JH. Now this guy was, for the most part of school, he was just a normal guy, except he was a bit cringe, and he would always talk really fast. Now, I didn't think anything weird of it. He took me to the canteen once and bought me a milkshake, so I thought, fuck it, this guy's a cool guy, even though people take the piss. He's an alright guy. And then one day, he tripped someone tripped him up in this race thing, and he, broke his collarbone or something, which was a real dick move, by the way, by whoever did that. But basically no one really cared much about it, because afterwards, when he was off, someone came forward. When he was off school dealing with his injury, a woman came forward, or not a woman, a girl who was significantly younger than us, probably 12 while we were 15. And she talked about a story, or she talked about what he did to her, and that apparently he was sexually harassing her. And she was with my friend at the time, by the way. I had a friend, I'm not really friends with anymore, but she was with him, and he was being really weird to her, and saying all these inappropriate things, and the only reason she was coming forward now was because she felt safer now that he was off. So anyway, we all took all of these to the the people in charge, and we tried getting kicked out, and they said apparently it wasn't good enough or whatever. And I remember thinking, what the fuck, he's a danger. Technically what he's doing isn't illegal yet, because he's not over the age, but it's still weird and it's still harassment. So anyways, we just left it for a while, and we didn't think that we was going to see him again for a bit, because obviously he was off dealing with his collarbone while that was mending, and by the way, he knew that everything had come out about him, because people had messaged him at home going, is this true? And he'd go, of course bro, of course not. Obviously he was shit at lying, so everybody knew that he was lying. Basically, to our surprise, he actually came back before the summer ended. So he was off in May, and I think he came back either late June or early July, which was so silly. He might as well have just stayed home. The summer was right around the corner, and he was just coming back to get bullied. So either his parents forced him back, I don't know. But anyways, we all took the piss. There was a few people that were like, oh, leave him alone, but obviously, they didn't really know the full scope, which was fair, or they just had awful judges of character. Basically, this is where I feel like I could have done a bit better, because I think me and my friends basically took the piss a bit. We didn't really realise how serious it was, and instead we kind of used it as a joke to make videos about it on YouTube, and diss tracks about him. It was just so silly. If I had the mindset that I had now, and I could go back and change it, I would, because the girl that had that done to her went through a lot more after that, and she's had one of the hardest journeys that I know of anyone, and I feel bad that I handled this situation like that, because it probably didn't make her feel any better. But yeah, and anyways, what happened afterwards was, I think it was 2020, I could be wrong, but it was late 2019, and I think what happened was he tried to do it again with someone else. Now this time he was over the age, so he could kind of get in trouble. And so we took it to the people, the higher ups, and finally they did something about it because they realised they had to, and they kicked him out. Oh, and I think it's worth mentioning, before, when the first time it happened, not only did they not kick him out, but they also gave him privileges. So they let him wear his AirPods in his coat in class because he was depressed that everybody was taking the piss out of him, which I guess that's fair. Like, they have to look after students no matter what they've done, but it's just weird that he got privileges and the victims got nothing. Anyway, did it somewhere else. Finally got him kicked out. He went to another school, and people from our school knew them. So basically we reached out to them and went, oh, he's a bit weird. And they found out, started taking the piss out of him. So his stepdad, I think, tried to get him back into our school, and they came for like a proper face-to-face. And where we used to hang out in school was this, like, it was near this fence. And we saw them come to the office, and like, I locked eyes with his stepdad, and he smiled at me, and that was the creepiest shit like I've ever had. It's like, well, I know where he gets his creepiness from. But yeah, that's essentially it. Nothing ever happened to him. He's still off being weird now. I've kept tabs with him on Facebook, and I think he's with someone his age. Thank Christ. He should still face penance for what he did. But he won't. Of course he won't. I also think it's worth mentioning as well that the friend I had, that was the original friend of the original boyfriend of the first girl it happened to, then did something similar, which was like, well, or probably not even, I'd say probably worse. I was like, damn, I just need to find a different friend group. Anyways, that's about it. Peace.